So number 4, at the very beginning of Elfsuit Coin Collecting 4, it's actually pretty hard, and it will give you like a hint to make number 5 easier. So there's that. Oh! Okay, I don't really want to play as Toad on this level. Let's go play as Mario. So this is a parkour level. It seems good so far except for one invisible block that you found. Oh, there's more than one invisible block though. So if you don't like invisible blocks, then maybe you should just not play it. Oh boy. There's hints. There's hints for all the invisible blocks. Well, except for one invisible block. There's technically not a hint for it. But it's pretty obvious that it's there because the only reason you can advance is because it's there. So I think that one is fine for it not to have a hint. But all the other ones have a hint. Whoa! What in the... Oh! I messed up that thwomp triggering. Yeah, the second thwomp gauntlet is very tough. But as I said, it's easier if you... there's like an optional hint that if you know it, it makes a second thwomp gauntlet easier. You don't need to know the airship hint. Like in other words, there's invisible non-coin blocks in the airship that also do not endanger you. That is to say, you cannot strike them by jumping up at them. That's like your big clue as to what they are in case you still don't want to play number 4 first. And then that should be a good enough hint to help you figure it out. Anyway, whoa. Well, I'm getting lots of 1-ups, that's for sure. Dude, wait, what? I don't know how to do this part. Oops. I messed that up. I knew what I was supposed to do. Yeah, my idea was if I was gonna use invisible blocks in a level like I've done in the past, I figured why not make it a darkness level with invisible blocks, because they already can't see very well anyways. So, I mean, maybe if you combine the two, then it's more palatable. I don't know if that actually helps, but... well, okay, so it seems like I need to jump on the first thwomp, and then I need to jump on the Goomba ahead. And then we jump on the second Goomba on the thwomp, or I might have said that only halfway correctly, but... okay. But yeah, the big hint, of course, is that there are 20 coins per quarter. So if you open up the door after the lava bubbles, you should have half of the coins already. And by the time you leave the ghost house and go back to the airship, you should have 60 coins. And if you don't, well, then you gotta figure out the secret coins, which all have hints, as I said. Oh! I actually made a tweet about the 2 different versions of Elfsuit Coin Collecting 5. So if you use Twitter, you can check out my tweet if you want. Oh my goodness. the old version allowed players to go back to the beginning of, I mean, not the beginning, to the end of the first gauntlet in order to get that Goomba in his shoe. So you could steal his shoe again, but the downside to doing that was that you would have to go through the course again, although you don't have to collect coins. It still meant you had to go through the entirety of the second Thwomp Gauntlet, which is kind of dangerous and kind of stressful. So, even though, you know, I did want to punish the players by making them lose time, I wasn't comfortable with forcing them to do something that they don't particularly want to do again when they already did it during that life. So I decided to keep that as an option, but they have an alternative now in the new version. So now they can fight some bosses in the dark, basically, and once they defeat them, then they... I almost had it that time. Once they defeat the bosses, then once they get the shoe, they will be able to not have to go through the course again. They just double back to the pipe that they entered into the ghost house on the top end through. So basically the player has the choice to circle around or double back. Now, the doubling back does require you fighting bosses, and the circling around obviously requires you to shoot the on-off switches again while thwomps are triggering them. So, what in the... Wow, I didn't know what I was doing there. Alright, consistency check time, I guess. But anyways, I never really needed to use those, but I tested them and made sure that if the boss fights are fun, and I genuinely think they are pretty fun. But yeah, they are optional boss fights, you don't have to do them to clear the level. So, it's just for you getting your shoe back. Oh, what in the... You want me to go in that pipe? Wait, what? Oh, come on, that's really tricky, I don't understand. Oh man, this is gonna take me a while to figure out. Do you have a clip of someone going into that pipe that I could look at? Yeah, alternative paths are pretty helpful, especially recovery alternative paths, you know. In fact, I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but eventually I plan on making more speedrun levels. I only have one, but in my only speedrun level, it has alternative paths. Like, so, I don't like the idea of a speedrun forcing the player to only do one path in general. Because otherwise it's just, like, I don't know, like, the player should have choices, I guess, is my thought process behind having a speedrun. Like in a Ninja speedrun, the player can choose between a green or red Yoshi, for example. And, like, you know, the green is faster, but it's also more difficult, right? And the red is easier, but it's not as time efficient, so... But if you keep messing up green, you're gonna be even slower, so... Gotta make an educated decision on what's right for you, I guess. Depending on your time investment in the speedrun. Oh, almost made it. Okay, no, I think I know what I need to do. I just need to do it better. Alright. I'll be okay. I don't need the clip. Oops. I'm actually not sure what you mean by you saying that you have a door. What does that mean? Oh, you mean this door? What does this door do? Oh, it's a checkpoint. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know, I guess I thought this was a reset door or something. I guess I was being dumb. Well, I don't mind doing a consistency check. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm surprised that the checkpoint is there, but... kinda odd, but... whatever. Okay. Okay, nice. Give me likes, please. Alright. That's what I think of every time I see 3 mushrooms near the end. Even in the beginning. I got the world record? What? I was goofing off and stuff. How many people beat that? Only 2 people, okay, yeah. Yeah, that world record is getting stolen really fast, I'm sure. Alright. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, endless people are gonna want that stuff. I prefer to hide my 1-ups. Makes it more, suitable for, super worlds, I guess, kind of, I guess, is my thought process, I don't know. The adventure and exploration and stuff, I value that a lot.